Okay, by the way, I'm just kidding. It's just nasty. Zero, of course. It's not Jack Daniels. But but it would be better. But to be honest, guys, the main thing, the main topic of this video is training and drinking. How it affect your training, how it affect your overall things about training, recovery, training performance, progression, and muscle growth and hormones basically. So I'm just going to be giving you a few tips which I do after I'm drink to not get too much hangover after the next day. So let's stay into. Okay, so when you're drinking, the problem is that you get dehydrated, you get lower test level, by the way, in the next day, lower GH level, and a lot of hormones will be downregulated because of drinking. However, this shouldn't be a big problem, because my number one tip is, if you drink, let's say Sunday, then take the next day rest. So so take the next day off from training, because when you're hungover you can't perform as good. However, if you wanna train, then go do some cardio otherwise. But if you need to at least push a workout or something like that, because you don't have enough time at the rest of the week or something like that along those lines, I have a few really good tips. So what will be affecting your workout? The drinking that will get you hangover. If you drink, let's say, one whiskeys like this, less than this, but it's probably not going to take too much toll on you, because it's not that much, and you can probably recover from that pretty fast. Just drink 4 times or 5 times as much water before you go to bed. So basically drink a half a liter or a liter of water before you go to bed, after 1 or 2 drinks maybe, and you're going to be pretty much fine. It's not going to be a big effect on you. And the other thing is, but when you are drinking more, 3 to 10, basically you're going to get a hangover, and after 10 you probably get blacked out. But yeah, that's cool. But you get drunk, how you get drunk is basically dependent of your tiredness, what you eat today, what you are drinking, how much alcohol content is in it, bubbly or not, all that kind of shit. It's depend on a lot of stuff, if you get drunk or not get drunk. But if you get drunk, probably take a rest day off. If you can't, then you should go home and drink a shit ton of water. Take one pill, headache pill, before bed and after, when you wake up, because that's going to be help you a lot, a shit ton. But you are going to be tired as fuck. However, I trained yesterday with a hangover. It was fine, because I drink the shit ton of pre-workout. It helps. So I was just tired. I don't have anything. But basically I fucked up my knees. I can't use them right now too much. But the problem is, with the hangover workout, is you can't perform as good if you're not pre-workouting yourself with basically to the abyss. But yeah, you can perform as good as with a normal everyday workout would be, so you can't progress before from the last workout. That's the problem with it. That's the big problem with it. The next is, of course, hormone down regulation, which can happen from a few drinks, but that's not going to be playing a significant role, because it is just for one day, and maybe if it lowers your test too much, then yeah, you feel shit. Maybe that's happened to me. You feel shit for one day and that's all. You feel tired and shit. But the problem is that if I get hungover, I'm usually hungover for 2 days almost. For first, maybe I am badly hungover. In the second day, it's not hangover, but the aftermath of it, hangover of the hangover, I don't really know, but how to say it, but you know what I mean. If you are hungover, the next day after your hangover, you are kind of sluggish, you are not on the top, your brain power is not fully activated and not capable of doing everything. Okay, so yes, basically this is what you can do, pre-workout yourself and not drink it at first place. And what is the problem with drinking overall? There is nothing problem with drinking. My problem is that I cannot do productive work after a day of drinking, or night of drinking, sorry, because that's not going to be productive. My brain power is just down the toilet. It's fucking nothing. My creativity is again not existing basically. And yeah, this is not really worth it for me. And I'm not drinking because of training, but because I can train, I can work around it, I can take a rest day off here and there once a week. But that's not my main problem. My main problem is my productivity, which I can do my other works. That's my main problem. And the other big problem, which you should consider if you are on a diet, is calories. Because, for example, this drink, fully up, would have like 300 calories. Whiskey Coke, it would have a shit ton of calories, since alcohol has a lot of calories in them, especially if it's a sugar alcohol like Jägermeister or beers. Beers have a lot of calorie too. Yeah, they have a shit ton of calories, and you get it with a normal Coke, that's going to be fucking a lot of calories. If you get it with zero Coke, which I usually do, not usually, always, I just always drink things that have zero sugar in them, which will save you a shit ton of calories. If you drink a few whiskey Cokes, that's going to save you almost 700 calories or so. It depends on how you drink your whiskey and all that kind of stuff. But it will save you a shit ton of calories if you drink with zero Coke. It's probably going to taste the same, and you usually drink zero Coke, so why not? Yeah, people will say something maybe, but I'm usually not getting anything. Or you can drink other low calorie alcoholic drinks like seltzer or light beers, basically are not too heavy on calories. I believe one beer has like maybe at max 100 because of the alcohol content, but yeah, it's not too much. You can work around it. So the problem with drinking is, if you are someone like me, a fitness enthusiast, or someone who is counting their calories, their macros, the problem is you should have 5 to 1,000 calories up at night, since you will drink and you don't know how much you will drink. Of course, you can try to give a max number, but you can't. I'm saying this for sure, you can't. But the problem is, you let's say you eat 2,500 calories, you need leftover 500 to 1,000 calories. Let's say 750. You have 170, sorry, 1,750 calories in the day to eat. However, this is since this is so little of calories, you can't really eat anything fatty, and as we know, fat absorbs a little bit of alcohol. But you can't eat it, and you probably will be eating some salad, because 2,500 calories is a shit ton and 1,750 is not too much. So you have to eat a shit ton of salad, which is not going to be good in your stomach, because you are going to get drunk pretty fast if your stomach is not full. And salads, yeah, they will give satisfaction and a full feeling of fullness, but they will not not absorb any alcohol at all. Maybe a little bit of the meat, but you're going to be having a rough night. However, you can work around it again. If you know that tomorrow you will drink, use or eat a little bit less, 200-300 calories less, and eat less the day of the drinking. That's going to be 600 calories, and 600 calories probably 3, or let's say 1 shot, 2 shot, 5, 8 shots, around 8 shots of whiskey, for example, because 3 shots or 2.5 shots for my size, 2.5 shots is 250 calories, I believe so. So 1 deciliter is 250 calories, which is basically a lot, but yeah, it's just 3 shots. So you have to think about it. It's a shit ton of calories for 3 shots, which is going to not get you drunk. That's for sure. It's not get you drunk. And the other thing is, if you are drinking, you can't control yourself as much as you are if you're sober. So there's a higher chance, and probably a lot of people will binge after a drink, which is good because it absorbs a little bit of the alcohol. But by the way, after you drink and you got home, drink your water and start eating, it's not going to help the next day. That's for sure. It's not going to help anything because it's already absorbed. All of the, not all of them, but mostly. So you have to go to bed, take your headache pill or something, a painkiller, just to get you through the night and not get up with a shitty headache. Usually this is help for me. I get recommendations to eat a spoonful of sugar, not do that. Yeah, it's going to help a little bit, but not do it. And yeah, basically that's the problem with drinking and training. But to be honest, guys, if you're not going to a show or you're not dieting to something that is I don't know, worth to you too much, then you can have it. If you have 16 week left from your cut, you can drink. 8 weeks you can drink, because it's going to be even out in those weeks. 4 weeks even though. But if you're going to a competition, don't drink. Don't dare you, because it's going to fuck up 2 days of training at least. It's going to fuck up your diet. It's not worth it if you're going for a competition. However, if you're just a casual gym bro, then you can drink any time. But if you drink too much, not expect too much gains. The problem is, when you drink, the next day you produce lower test. However, the test builds your muscle. So if you trained, let's say, chest and so you did a push day, a day of the drinking, the next day will be your recovery day for that push day, and your muscle protein synthesis is start to occur and start to recover your muscles to get bigger. But since you don't have T, and the T binds to the estrogen receptor and says, okay, so let's not get into this. But the problem is that you don't have T, so you can't build muscle back. You can't build muscle up. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found out a lot about drinking. And if you like the video, leave a comment down below. How much time do you drink a year, basically? Every week, every month, every 2 weeks, or just drink a few times a year? Or what do you think about drinking? Just comment down below. And right now, me and my buddy going to the town. So goodbye.